Back on Get Up. Going to get to the baseball postseason in just a moment. But first, we're 4 games into the NFL season, so let's do some quarter poll superlatives. Dominique, are the Steelers the best team in the AFC North?
I mean, I think you have to say yes right now, given what's happened, and that's a sad state of affairs for the AFC North. Like, I don't mean any disrespect for the Steelers, but it seems like the rest of the teams have kind of taken themselves out of it. I think we all expect the Ravens to bounce back, but what they've shown so far, and with Lamar uncertain about his injury, yeah, I think the Steelers are the best team right now in the AFC North. Their defense seems to be coming back.
It's a bad division. The NFC West might be a very good division. Graz, are the Rams the best team in it?
I say yes, but I think it's pretty close. I think Seattle is going to be a factor here before it's all over. I give the edge to the Rams because of their experience, because but I think it's going to be a close race. When it looked like they were going to lose to the Colts the other day, I was ready to go all in on Seattle.
But bookmark this one.
Good
I want
race.
to come back to it.
Good race.
Seattle is going to be heard from. Finally, Sal, are the Chiefs, who have won 9 consecutive divisions, going to make it a decade? Did Sunday show you they're going to come back and they're going to win the AFC West?
Well, yeah, they got Patrick Mahomes the second, and he showed when he's got healthy wide receivers that they can scheme up anything they want in the passing game because he's so accurate, so quick with the football. I think they're going to win the division. If he's got healthy wide receivers, they'll win the division.
No team had a better weekend than they did. They looked healthy. They beat their arch rival. The Chargers lost a game that you would have penciled in a W next to. Things really broke their way.
And the Chargers lost another offensive lineman, which it could be significant.
Joe Alt is that I hate to see that. That's a bad injury.
And already down Rashawn Slater. Justin Herbert's getting hit way too much. So yeah, the Chiefs. But I mean, look, fundamentally, the Chiefs getting Xavier Worthy back, massive. Texting with people there. One text I got was funny. He said that's what it was supposed to look like in Brazil until the third play, which is the play where Xavier Worthy got hurt, and then they had to change the game plan in the opener. So having him back and knowing that they only have 2 more weeks without Rashee Rice has spirits high there about the offense and its ability to turn things around.
So, I mean, have the Chiefs, writing them off at any point would have been ridiculous considering their pedigree.
Yeah.
But it looked questionable. Are they suddenly right back? Are we suddenly right back? Yeah, they're good here now. They're good.
I'm not going to say they're good here now, but yes, they are back in that conversation. And I think the biggest thing what Gras said is that this version of the Chiefs offense that we watched on Sunday was extremely better, and it was the one we expected, but it's not even the final version of this Chiefs offense. When Rashee Rice comes back, you now have that down-the-field threat and a guy like Xavier Worthy, and then you also have the guy to work underneath, what we saw Rashee Rice do a ton of last year before he got injured. So when I looked at this offense on Sunday, Isaiah Pacheco was more involved. Kareem Hunt was more involved. I think those were big things outside of just Xavier Worthy on a deep pass or an end around. But now he spreads out that offense and allows other people to eat as well.
Steve Spagnuolo in the defense was already there.
Yes.
He was carrying the team while they were getting it right, getting healthy offensively. So listen, to me, this is a 2-team race in the AFC. Are the Bills going to go to Kansas City for the AFC Championship game, or is Kansas City going to Buffalo for the AFC Championship game? That's what this comes down to.
The next 2 weeks will probably decide that. Playing without Rashee Rice, the Chiefs have at Jacksonville next Monday night, which suddenly becomes a lot more interesting game than we might have thought. And then they get the Lions, and what could be a Super Bowl preview. That's before they get Rashee Rice back.
Yeah, when they get Rice back, we'll see how good this offense can be. The problem last year was protection. They did a much better job of that this weekend. And the reason why Worthy matters is, I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's explosive plays. They hand him the ball, explosive plays. They throw him deep shots, explosive plays. That loosens up everything and makes your job a lot easier. You don't have to coach every single snap. You don't have to make every perfect decision if you're Patrick Mahomes. You don't have to try to run people over anymore. You don't have to look grumpy on the sideline. Throw a deep ball to the man who runs 4-2.
He was smiling. He had hung out. That's the Patrick Mahomes we want to see on Sunday.
Seen him forever.
Yeah.
Rex Ryan said there's a simple mathematical formula that he got from Bill Parcells that holds up to this day. Rushing attempts plus completions, you look at that number, however many passes you complete plus your rushing attempts. If you do more of that than your opponent does, you win. It's that simple. They weren't running the ball at all. Suddenly they did. Now the Ravens defense may have a lot to do with that, but we'll see. Right now, everything looks up to date. in Kansas City. That one was just for you. Okay, on we go.
Playing against these teams, if you can't get rushed with 4 because Van Noy is out, Matabike is out, then you're going to have to blitz and try to create matchups where you can win. And you blitz, you don't win the matchups, you're putting a lot more pressure on the secondary. And then the disguises are undisciplined and out of position. It just feels like there's a lot wrong with this defense right now.
And to your point, you take for granted how special it is when you have a group that understands it and everyone's on the same page. Before Mike McDonald left, this was a defense that was absolutely buzzing. Zach Orr, the defensive coordinator, kind of got it going a little bit last year. When I watched him at the end of that Buffalo Bills game, it just looked like a team that was trying not to lose the game. You don't see that same Raven aggression that we've seen over years where they're going out there and trying to actually dominate their opponents. That's the part to me defensively that you just don't see.
It is important, as you note, that they got the defense together in the second half last year with Zach Orr in his first year as coordinator. So you can give them credit for the possibility they'll do that again. They are down potentially seven starting players on that defense. And some of those guys, Matabike, not coming back. So they have to make some adjustments. You go back 2 years when they were the 1 seed, they had the best defense, a dominant defense that would just go up against really good offenses and smother them. They don't have that anymore. And if Lamar Jackson has to miss time, then it gets out of control.
They have to stop taking too many chances defensively, and they have to start giving Derrick Henry 22, 25, 26 carries a game. Take the pressure off defense, play more alignment assignment football like they did under Mike McDonald defensively. Don't take as many chances and be more aggressive with the running game and keep opposing quarterbacks off the field.
The Derrick Henry idea sounds good, but they actually haven't been running the ball particularly well. Like Derrick Henry's have these explosive plays, but maybe you keep at it and they'll keep creating those explosive plays. But if Lamar's not there, that changes how much you want to run.
It does also make you wonder. Like they don't base any of the decisions they make on what Las Vegas says, but the reality is they have a sense in their own minds of what number it's going to take to win the division, right?
Yeah.
So they're not going to be the 1 seed no matter what happens at this point, right? They remain favored to win this. They seem very unlikely to get that. So right now it's win the division, get in the dance, get healthy, and take your chances. Do you think they feel, and Lamar feels pressure to get back out there? Like, you start losing more games here, it gets away from you. You don't want to play on a hamstring, but at the same time, you lose 2 more games before you're by. 1-5, you may really be, Barry.
They're going to have to, obviously they're going to have to lean on their doctors to clear them, right? You see what's going on in Washington. They would have loved to have a gimpy Jaden Daniels out there on Sunday, but no way. So you have to protect Lamar from himself if that's the case. I went to their training camp, and I talked to John Harbaugh, and fast start was a big thing. Like, they wanted to get out to a hot, that was because he felt like they started 0-2 last year and they end up on the road in Buffalo in the playoffs.
Right.
That cost them. So obviously that's off the table. So now if you're the Ravens, can you flip the script? Can you be the team that's at its healthiest, playing its best come January, as opposed to the team that has the big regular season and then fizzles out in January? But they have to win these next couple games before they're bye, or else
first guess
the math gets hard.
By the time we got to the playoffs last year, we all thought Ravens are a serious contender.
Yes.
It went sideways on them in Buffalo. First guess it. Are they going to get back to that this year?
I don't see it from where we sit right now. The amount of injuries on the defensive side of the ball, your starting quarterback, who is such a threat when it comes to Derrick Henry in the run game, he's such a threat involved in that as well. With a hamstring injury and with them playing the Texans and then playing the Rams right now, if Lamar's not able to go, now you're asking Cooper Rush to lead this offense that is centered around the abilities of a Lamar Jackson. I don't see them getting back to that level right now.
Yeah, getting to that level? No. Will they make the playoffs? I think they'll make the playoffs. And then you hope that Lamar can escalate to the level that he's shown us and they can make a run.
We'll continue this. I'm up against the clock, but Sal made a good point, and I'm reading. We'll make it again. There are sneaky good teams all around the AFC. Like, just getting in as a wild card from that division may not be as easy as it used to seem. We'll get to that. But first, we got to put Sal to work in the area he knows best. The Eagles are rolling.